If you love where you're renting but want to get into the property market too, let me show you the one thing that could help you build your property portfolio faster than you thought. G'day, I'm Aaron Christie-David, mortgage broker and founder of Atelier Wealth. I specialize in helping Australian families start out and scale up their investment property portfolios. Rentvesting is a great strategy for first-time investors looking to get into the market but can't necessarily afford to purchase in the area where they're currently living. This strategy allows you to continue living your current lifestyle and start your investment property journey. It's a win-win. But I have seen some Rentvestors make a few costly mistakes that can definitely be avoided. So I want to share a few tips with you today. Before we get into it, I just want to preface that this video is general in nature and not intended to give advice. I always suggest chatting with a qualified mortgage broker who can give you the best guidance for your situation. So the three biggest mistakes I see Rentvestors make is number one, using all their cash to buy their first investment property. Number two, not structuring their loan properly. And therefore number three, getting frustrated with having to wait to buy their next property. Usually these problems stem from not having a clear plan. If you have a clear plan, you can buy with confidence, have the right loan in place, and scale up with ease. A good place to start is establishing why you've chosen to rentvest. That's either you're looking to rent longer where you enjoy currently living, but you want to get into the property market, or you're buying an investment property to eventually get into the market to buy your own home. If you know what your objectives are, you can make better investment decisions. For example, you may think you need to contribute a full 20% deposit plus other costs like stamp duty, legal fees, government levies, and buyer's agents fees. But what if I told you that isn't necessarily the case? A strategy that could make a big difference is splitting your deposit. So if you want to expand your property portfolio for either of the reasons I mentioned earlier, you may actually be able to buy two investment properties by putting down a 10% deposit for each. Sure, you'll have to pay lender's mortgage insurance, but changing up your strategy could potentially help you scale your property portfolio at a faster pace. Everyone seems to advocate for avoiding lender's mortgage insurance, but I've made a video that may shift your perspective on whether LMI is a good or bad thing, so make sure to check it out. Besides the deposit, having the correct loan structure is also beneficial because you could avoid paying down deductible debt that you don't necessarily have to. At the same time, you could ensure that you're prioritizing cash flow while your investment property continues to grow in value. Another killer for first-time Rentvestors is choosing the wrong property. Remember, you want at the very least to have the rental income cover your repayments. If the property is a lot to maintain, you're not going to achieve that, and you may not have the extra funds to continue building your portfolio. You'll also need to make sure that the property gives you the capital growth that you want. And that's where having a clear plan is vital. If you know what your capital growth objectives are, you can set out to find a property that will meet those goals. Hopefully these tips have been handy in helping you avoid some common Rentvestor errors. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. Otherwise, make sure to give us a thumbs up if you found this video helpful, and stay tuned for more property investing tips. We'll see you next time.